has followed the saga of Muhammad Ali, the heavyweight champion of the world, and we will continue to do exactly that. Don't you touch me.
You hit me.
Champ, you took Chuck Wepner lightly. By your own admission, you did not really train for Chuck Wepner. Will you train rigorously for Ron Lyle, a challenger tomorrow?
I train the way I want to train. And you work for ABC, and you have your bosses, and you all will determine how you work, and I train and do the way I want to do. My boss is Herbert Mohamed, and he also understands that I train according to how I feel. And when I'm fighting a man such as the last man who was better than I thought he was, and we all did, Chuck Wepner, he gave me a tougher fight than George Foreman. I was more sore and more tired than I was with George Foreman. And this man, I think, is I'm not really sure how good he is. I've seen one fight film. I have to do a little more sparring. But I'll tell you now, I'll train the way I want to train. They'll pay me, the people will come, and I'll do my job, and I train as hard as I want to train. You understand?
I understand. I'm not sure you've said anything, but that's all right.
Well, then, if I had a lower IQ, I could enjoy this interview.
Let's turn to Ron Lyle. Ron, I have to ask you a question in perfect candor. You're 32-2 in your career, and I think most people know your personal history. But why are you qualified to fight Ali when, in fact, you were one of the few, and it's a major distinction, to lose to Jerry Quarry, and recently you lost to the unheralded Jimmy Young?
See, I don't think it really matters what you do while you're coming. It's what you do when you get there. The opportunity's here. It is my turn. He's had his turn. He's been an inspiration to a lot of people.
Have been.
He still is.
Right. You're not afraid of him?
Afraid of who?
Ali?
Why should I be?
Why are you always in between two brothers agitating?
Why should a man in the same profession be afraid of another man in his profession? Are you afraid of other sportscasters? Are you afraid of their abilities?
That'll be the day. Mohamed, looking back to the fight, some of us in the States were a little surprised when you suggested over there in Manila that you might knock Joe Frazier out in the very first round. Do you recollect?
Well, yes, this is psychological warfare on your opponent. Like George Foreman, I told him I'm going to dance, I didn't dance. Frazier, I told him I'm going to dance, and I didn't dance, if you notice. Stayed there, took his shots, used my power.
All right, we're going to take a look in slow motion in that first round when you actually staggered him.
My intention was to win whenever I could, but I didn't really believe it would end in the first round, but I did tag him in the first round.
Now, this is sixth round action when Joe started to come on strongly. Take over, Mohamed.
Well, right now I'm getting a little tired. Naturally, he just hit me with a left hook right there. Dazed me a little, so now I'm going into the rope-a-dope style, letting him throw his punches, covering up. As you see, we're both perspiring. I imagine we lost 4 or 5 pounds apiece. It was hot. Here I'm hitting him with a volley of punches. He just cut me with another left hook. Joe's dangerous and close. He's got a hard left hook. He's not a man he don't fight from a range like I'm doing at this moment, but he gets in close and uses his short arms and his muscles, and he's a perfect left hooker.
How much did he hurt you in this round?
Well, this round, I can't exactly remember what happened each round, but he dazed me a couple of times, but I was in such good shape, Howard. I was serious for this fight. I was in top condition. This was do or die, life or death. So I didn't play. My attitude was serious, and the punches really didn't hurt me enough to stop me, but they hurt.
Now I want to pick up with round 11, where you seem to have drawn upon some inexhaustible resource of energy, and you began your comeback. Take over now.
Well, Howard, I realize now the way the fight's been going, it could be even. Some probably might even make me ahead. Some might make him ahead. You never can tell.
In just a couple of seconds, you'll begin to score with a succession of flurries, always to the head. Joe's head is the big target, isn't it?
Yes, I never believe in throwing body punches. There I hit him with 4 or 5 lefts and rights.
Right.
And these are just evening around up because he won the first half. And also I'm burning energy. I'm still getting tireder than I already am. But it's something you have to do. And how would I like to say that mentally, there is just trading punches and throwing punches. Mentally, you have to outthink a man. You have to plan your strategy like a horse. Man riding a horse, the one who starts off too fast, he tires. You got to know when to speed and when to slow up and when to coast and when to rest. And the experience is what's got me like this.
Mm-hmm. The 12th and 13th rounds were overwhelmingly yours. You had started your comeback in the 11th, as we just displayed, and then came what proved to be the culminating round, the 14th round.
I realized that the fight might go either way, so these last 3 rounds here, I'm looking for a knockout if I can really get it. On my toes, taking a lot of energy to do this, is tiring me, but I'm doing it. And mentally wears the man down and say, you mean after all of this, he's still dancing? This is just what you see me doing now. I'm just killing me, but I'm doing it. And Frazier stand on me. He's looking to get a shot in close with that hard left hook if you keep watching him. And my main object is to time up in close. And I have to say, Joe Frazier, I want to say here and there, is the greatest fight I've ever fought. And he's not a scientific boxer, but he would have to go down in history as one of the greatest heavyweight champions of all times. They might not recognize him, but I'm saying it because I know I could have beaten all the heavyweights in the past, and I don't think none of them would have gave me no more trouble than Frazier. At ringside, I can see Donald King, the great promoter, sitting there. He was looking real worried. I think he had his money on Frazier.
How do you rate this fight of all the fights you've fought, and in particular against the first Frazier fight?
With the first Frazier fight and the Foreman fight, I rank this as the best. Foreman, I didn't throw too many punches. I just let him do the work. Look, these are left-right combinations that have really done the last-minute damage. That left and the right is the worst punch to get hit with, is what they call the 1-2 punch. And,
can you feel the strength ebbing out of him?
You can feel it when you land. You can feel the pressure. There's another left-right. Right now, I'm feeling real good now. I know there's no doubt now I'm going to win it because of these clear shots. I really believe he's going to go. And this is why I'm pressing him like I am. But I'm just call up promoter Donald King, and we're now working on some more fights, and it might be a 4th Frazier fight. We never can tell.
And so it ended, champ. Finally, 2 quick questions. The right lead, so effective against Frazier. The reason you're able to throw it now effectively is that the old calcium deposits that used to hurt you are gone.
I used to have to get Novocaine shots before fights to kill the pain. Now, for some miracle, God's blessed me, my hands don't hurt no more. And this is why I'm punching so hard.
Okay, last question. You told me 3.5 weeks ago, one more fight, that you'd had you full of it. One big fight, a lot of money, and that was it. Now there are more fights in the offing. Why?
Well, because I've changed my mind. I feel that I can go another few years. The fans want to see it. Things in business I'm trying to do internationally, and being active champion, I can do more business and other things, and I just want to stay active so I can have more power doing things I'm doing on the side.
Thank you very much, champ. Thank you for being with us. We enjoyed it as always. And that, in effect, is our show today. Ali, still the heavyweight champion of the world. Knock it off! We have in our Chicago studios, still as we begin another year, the most recognized man in the entire world, recently turned actor. He has done a movie about his own life. He's done it with so signal an actor as Ernest Borgnine, past Oscar winner for, of course, Ernie's role in Marty. But everybody wants to know. Witness Red Smith's column in the New York Times today with Muhammad's picture. Everyone wants to know what's going to happen to Ali in the year 1977. Once and for all, will you fight again?
We might. We're not sure yet, Howard. You know, I'm really undecided. I've made a few statements. I just fought Norton about 2.5 months ago, so really I'm not obligated to fight, defend the title but once a year. But I really believe that I will fight again. I wanted to get out of it a couple of times, had mixed emotions, but I'm sure that I will probably go again, and that might be in another 6 months. But I'm still trying to make a mind up because it's important to get out of this thing undefeated, well invested, still with the great image. And we are, as you know, I'm slowing down a little, My timing is a little off, and barely winning these fights lately. And I want to get out on top, so I'm really confused, and I don't know what I want to do. But as of now, I'm still the world heavyweight champion. I'm still active, but I'm still deciding.
Mohamed, you threw a lot into that answer. You are confused. Now, the truth is, you have told me repeatedly, privately, you don't want to train anymore. Deep in your heart, you don't ever want to fight again. The reason you will fight again is because of the marital entanglement and your present need for money. Isn't that? Let's put it on the table. Isn't that true?
No, sir, that's not true. As far as money is concerned, we never get enough money. Rockefeller is still looking for it. J. Paul Getty is still looking for it. And Howard Hughes' firm is still looking for it. And I'm still looking for it. And you are still looking for it. And you called me up yesterday, and you set this thing up, and you know you need me more than I need you. That's why I came here to do this show. Keep it in your mind with all your smart questions. You need me more than I need you.
Well, it's entirely probable, although it's a matter to conjure with.
And also, I heard some
And if I do, you've got a scoop, Buster. Now, listen to me.
Some friends of mine told me you wouldn't eat my candy bar. There's a Muhammad Ali candy bar now. You're laughing. You wouldn't eat the chocolate. You don't like chocolate.
Well,
so you know what that means.
Yeah, I know what that means. Now, listen.
So you go to Woolworths and Carvettes and buy
what you have just implicitly told us is that you want to fight Bobbitt using the Great White Hope as a tune-up for Foreman.
No, I don't want to fight Bobbitt. I don't have to fight Bobbitt. I don't have to fight Foreman. Look, I am the Lord of the Ring, Howard. It all comes around me. I know my value. I know who I am. Don't make Bobbitt no great fighter or no Foreman. They are nothing without Muhammad Ali. I know that, and you know it. They might be considered. As of now, I'm the heavyweight champion. I'm still fighting. I want to tell you that live here on television. I'm still in the ring. I'm still the champion. And I'll fight who I want to fight, when I want to fight. And I do what I want to do because I rule boxing as of this moment.
All right, let's wash this out now.
I'm still the champion.
I'll tell you what.
Listen now. I'm still the champion. And I want to fight again. And we'll soon be negotiating probably with Bobbitt or Foreman. That's what I want to do as of now. I might get hit by a car next week. I might change my mind again. I told you I'd do what I want to do.
All right, I've got 30 seconds left. Now, answer shortly. Your religious leader, Wallace Muhammad, you made a commitment to. You told him you wouldn't fight again. How do you square that commitment?
I don't square nothing here on television with you. I'm free. Wallace Muhammad, an Islamic Muslim leader, free. And the last thing I do is explain something to you, anybody. I've talked with him, and I will talk with him. He will let me do what I want to do. If I want to fight and it's in my heart, I can. If I don't want to fight and I'm forced to fight, he says bad. I can do what I want to do. I don't have to answer to you. I told you, you need me. I don't need you.
All right.
You're laughing, but it's true. I don't need you. I never see you again, never do an interview with you again. I'm going to still be a world figure. You're just an American figure. I'm a world figure.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Howard Cosell. At the top of the telecast, we indicated that we'd be showing highlights of Muhammad Ali's recent and thoroughly extraordinary visit to the Soviet Union. We're going to do that right now. The two-time heavyweight champion of the world here in the studio with me. And this, believe me, is footage rarely seen by Americans, or at least most of it. So let's begin, Mohamed. Right here, you're in the historic Red Square in the Kremlin, and you're going to visit the tomb of the founder, in effect, of the communist state, Lenin.
Lenin, that's right. And I was so surprised to see so many youth following us and so many fans so far from the stage. And there I'm with Veronica, my wife.
And then a little bit of a workout with some of the students.
Couple amateur boxers, little boy jumping around, popping me in the belly, and he was real good. And I was surprised. These are Russian news writers, were really enthused. They liked it.
Well, this is in the city of Tashkent, which is the capital city.
Tashkent, right?
Of the republic.
That's me meeting one of the Muslim brothers there. I was so surprised to see these people because they follow very few athletes from any part of the world.
Now, you prayed inside. Not outside.
Yeah, inside. They pray inside and outside the places. So many people were there, and we were inside with the leader.
I don't think anybody's ever seen you praying before.
Right, well, this is something that's not for publicity, but we let the cameras there so you can make your show much better and give you a little prestige.
What are you doing there, fishing?
A bunch of tadpoles, a little light pond, and I actually caught a few of them. I don't know if you caught it on camera, but I caught a few of them.
What is that?
That's the hotel. Looks like something on Miami Beach, but that's a Tashkent also. That's the Linden's Museum there.
And now you visit.
That was a big honor, walking in there. I really couldn't believe it. I gave him a hug and a kiss. He returned the hug and a kiss. The press stayed there for about 10 minutes. Then he put all the press out, and he gave us a good little lecture, and he's glad we were there. Hope I come back. He's hoping to pave a nice way for the Olympics. Hope my relationship with them can help the American people. And a lot of nice things. That's his interpreter, you see, talking to him in the back. That's my wife. And it was really some honor and feeling to know that he would give us 35 minutes private and actually knew me and called me by name, Muhammad Ali, and wished me luck in my next fight. It was really some feeling.
To be honest with one another, in the wake of all of the years we've had together, always you've been a man of great pride about your ability. As a matter of pride, how can you bear to watch yourself in that kind of condition?
I did it just to test myself, to see what type of shape I'm in, how can I do, overweight, no shape at all, no rest, running the country, eating wrong, no condition. I mean, the worst thing I could do, the worst condition I could be in was there. And I managed for you all to tape 6 rounds, you paid for it, and you thought it worthwhile showing, and I still didn't look that bad. So it's good to see myself do that good in this shape with young fighters, which lets me know I can do much better if I get serious.
All right, another very serious question. When you lost to Leon Spinks, how have you been able to keep your whole posture the way you have, to have the attention drawn to you in the wake of a loss to so young a fighter, when you have been, in your time, perhaps the most skilled fighter who's ever lived?
I'm not just a boxer. If I was just a boxer, see, it's the mind which controls the body. The body don't control the mind. And I have a mentality, since I'm Muslim, and the knowledge that I've received in my few years here on earth has made me transcend sports. Like the minute I lost to Spinks, I was in Bangladesh 2 days later with 1,800,000 people at the airport and President Rahman. Mm-hmm. Now just have Soviet Union president. People don't look at me as just a boxer. And most boxers who lost the title, the crowd went the other way, but people recognize me for more than the boxing. They realize that I'm not finished. They realize I made a mistake, made a misjudgment, lost a close decision, but
Mohamed,
I'll return.
You know you've told me that you don't like to train anymore. You've told me that.
I never did like to train, but I don't like it. I hate it more so now. But I can train for one more.
You can?
I can go again, yeah.
This will then be your last fight,
we
win or lose.
hope it to be. I would like to be the first man to gain the title 3 times, end up retiring with the title, and first one to do it 3 times and go on and do something else. That's what I would like to do. I'm not saying for sure, I promise you that when I win, I'm going to retire.
I've only got 40 seconds left. It's been written and written that you're dead broke. Is that true?
Dead broke? Broke wow.
No money?
No money. That don't make no sense. I had no money.
That's what they've been saying and writing. The New York Times did a long piece on it.
I don't understand why they could say that.
You do have money.
Do you have money?
Yes.
Well, if you got it, no, I got it. I made 10 times more than you.
That's true.
Well.
Then you're not broke.
Broke? What you talking about?
Okay. Good luck to you. September 15th. And the trip was extraordinary. Right now, in New Orleans, Louisiana, we have Muhammad Ali at ringside in the Municipal Auditorium, hopefully waiting to talk with us. Muhammad, you actually sparred 15 rounds today, which proves all over again that you're in the best physical condition you've been in since the Thriller in Manila.
Yes, Howard, it's either do or die now. And I'm planning on this being seriously this time, my last fight. Not only going out with the title 3 times, but to retire period with the title. So I'm doing everything serious. Today was my last hard day of real working. Ran about 5 miles this morning, plus boxed 15 rounds a day to test my stamina. From now, I'll just tape off.
Now, you know something more about Spinks than you did the last time. You certainly have developed a respect for him because he did beat you cleanly.
Right, not only I, Howard, but yourself, the world, the experts, everybody know more about him. Nobody knew. I was 7, he was 7 pro fights. He said he only had 7 pro fights. He was unexperienced, just out the Olympics, never gone over 10 rounds, barely beat Scott Ledoux. This kind of publicity didn't really help me. I wanted to win, but I didn't really train to win. Now I'm really ready. I think you look at my face now, you look at my body, my features, you can tell now this is not the same Muhammad Ali.
Accepting that, then you know you have to fight differently, different tactics.
Just the same old dancing and moving.
No more rope-a-dope.
Oh no, that's the worst thing I can do, because I found out this man's got great stamina. Leon Spinks is one of the greatest fighters in the history of boxing. I know because I was in that 15 round. He's one of the greatest of all times. And to be that great, I wouldn't be so serious and training like I am. I found out, the world found out, the man is great, and you got to be good to beat him.
All right, can you knock him out?
I don't know. I might not. I'm not going to predict nothing. I can't predict a round. I think it won't go the distance. I think I should stop him before 10. I'm still speculating and talking. But I'm here to tell you now, the man is dangerous.
All right, accepting that.
He's dangerous.
There's more than dollars here.
And he's crazy. And don't give a damn about nothing.
That's true.
He just, come at you.
Oh, it's the morning after, and champion for the third time, Muhammad Ali, is here with me. Any thoughts the morning after, reflectively, about the fight that you'd like to express?
Well, I'm just so happy I won the fight. And the battle plans worked 100%. Just what it did is what I planned to do. And I'm just happy I won, and there's so many good reasons as to why I can say I'm glad I won. I can't think of them now. They'll come to me later.
You appear to be absolutely exhausted, and your right hand hurts.
Both hands are a little sore. Both hands. My shoulders are sore, and my legs are a little sore and everything. I'm sore all over.
It was not, I think you'll agree, a great fight in terms of the actual bout within the four corners.
Well, for a man 36 years old to move and dance 15 rounds and to come out like I did after 15 years of wear and tear in the third title, it was a miracle fight. It was not just great, it was a miracle fight. But if I was 27, 28 years old, you could say that wasn't great. But for a man 36, with a 25-year-old man, to outmove him, outgun him, out-endurance him, it was not great, exceptionally great.
That leads us to the final question. You told me unequivocally in our pre-fight interview that this would be the last fight. Are you beginning to waver on that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to hold my title. I want the boxing people taking my title and telling me what I got to do. I have a right to wait 6 or 7 months to decide what I want to do. So as of now, I'm still champion. I'm not thinking about retiring. I'll make that announcement after about 6 months. My hands are sore. I just came out of a big fight. I'm the biggest thing ever happened to boxing, and I don't have to fight next month. I don't have to make no agreement. So they want to wait to see what I do. Retire today, retire tomorrow, and give it back to them as hard as I fought for it. Let them look at my name as champion. Let the bigots and the hypocrites and enemies bow at my name for a few months and look at me.
Just one note, if I may. It's been a lot of years that we've worked together. I think you make a lot of effective points, but I think you state them too often, and that may weaken them. In any sense.
I do what I want to do because I'm free.
That's right.
You've certainly earned your title back.
This is all men's day. We're free today.
We congratulate you.
We do what we want to do. Thank you. The greatest of all times. Of all times.
What you've seen here today should just about conclude the Battle of New Orleans. Although after such an event, mixed opinions are inevitable and will be aired for a number of weeks to come. I hold to this view, subjectively for myself. I think that last night was a happening. I think it was the most extraordinary scene I have ever witnessed in my 25 years on the sports beat. And I think that perhaps Muhammad Ali was utterly right in what he told me. Because at age 36, to come back the way he did, from 2 to 3 years of apparent decline, and to, as he put it, dance all night, to sustain
was an astonishing feat. I've received a number of telegrams telling me the fight was fixed. I suppose there'll be opinions like that, but they're too absurd to dignify. Had they had the knowledge, the intimacy of knowledgeability, to know what Ali went through to prepare for this fight at Deer Lake, Pennsylvania, they would know better. And for such people, I wish they would try to dance all night against a man of 25, almost 201 pounds, a body of tempered steel. That's why the achievement was extraordinary. And I think when you look at the whole life of the man, the kid who could barely read or write, and who can still barely read or write, but who can move from the White House to the Kremlin, who can be at any level of the social stratum with equal ease and facility, and look at the whole of the dimension of the man and the background from which he came, you've got to admit, Muhammad Ali is remarkable. So long from New Orleans.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Howard Cosell. Within the relatively recent days, as you probably know, Muhammad Ali has formally retired from boxing. He did it by the dispatch of a letter to the World Boxing Association in which he said he would not be defending his heavyweight title. We're going to talk with the great man himself. He's in Los Angeles. We have a split screen set up. Muhammad, hello again. Good to be back with you again. First, in your view, what was your single greatest fight?
Well, first of all, Howard, I can say it's difficult to say which fight was my single greatest. I know the one that I liked the best was the fight in Manila with Joe Frazier.
All right, Muhammad, let's begin at the beginning. The two fights with Sonny Liston, your whole career jarred by controversy. There were those to this day who say those fights were fixed. At the end of your career now, answer such people.
Well, I would like to say that I can't blame them for thinking something was wrong because Liston had built such image. He destroyed Patterson twice and Zorf Foley and Cleveland Williams, and he was really a great fighter, and I was so hated because of my Islamic religion, the draft resistance, and they wanted me beat so bad they just couldn't believe that I was as great as I was.
April 28, 1967, Houston, Texas. We were together. You rejected military induction. 3.5 years ensued of enforced idleness. The press, not quite, but almost unanimously, glad about what was being done to you. Looking back today, how do you feel about those people?
Well, I can't say that they were glad what was happening. Some probably were, but I never say all. But I don't feel no malice or nothing bad because they were only doing what they thought at the time was right. Later, they all changed and realized I was right.
All right, for that. It was reported shortly ago that Bob Arum, the boxing promoter, this reported on radio and on television, paid you $300,000 for you to write a letter of retirement to the World Boxing Association. Is that true or not true?
Well, if that's true, I know nothing about it, so I say it's not true. But I was paid a great sum to hold my retirement party, which will be here in the Forum in Los Angeles on September the 6th. And that was part of the payment for us to have the show and the promotion during the Forum, which they plan to make the money back. But can't nobody pay me to retire.
Final question, Muhammad. Are you glad it's over?
Yes, sir, Howard. I'm so glad that's all over. I'm glad that I'm still intelligent enough to speak. I'm glad that I'm a three-time champion. I'm glad I got to know you. And thank you for all the backing. I remember when the Vietnam crisis was going, you would go on television and say, if you don't believe Muhammad Ali's the champion, then get in the ring with him. And I want to say that helped me during my exile. Thank you.
You are the greatest, aren't you?
I try to be.
Good luck.
That was just used. Thank you.
Good luck to you, and it's not goodbye, it's au revoir, my friend.
Thank you, Howard.